This is Michael DeSilvis from In the News Time for the 28th of March, 2015. Can you believe it? Spring has sprung, and we're going to have temperatures that show that next week. Fixing my hair here while I'm recording. Anyway, it's a good time. Glad we got to see each other. Glad we were able to do this, and I hope that you can donate. Remember to subscribe for free. You can watch for free. And please donate. You can call us at 804-789-9373, or you can call us at 804-399-8244. Make a phone donation, or you can come by our place at our address is located at 200 Church of Christ, or DeSilvis Media. And then, of course, 7110 New Hunter Road, apartment 423, Mechanicsville, Virginia, 23111 is the physical snail mail address. And, of course, you can call us to let us know you're going to make a donation or come on by and do a one-time gift. Remember, we're listener-supported. We do want to appreciate everybody who did help help people with the journey to go over their goal by 6%. We didn't make any money off of that, folks. So if you want to help us out with church and with New Hunter Church of Christ so we can get more equipment here so we can do the news. And we do have In the News coming, like I said. We're going to take care of this emigrable stuff, the business stuff first. Then we'll go right to that breaking news. More details coming up about the France Airbus liner crash that occurred in the Alps in France about 3 days ago, going on 4 days ago. They say the man who locked himself in the cockpit when the other co-pilot left, they do believe he had mental illness. And they also believe that he lied about his status, meaning he was not supposed to be on an aircraft, but he lied. Agents stormed his apartment after his death and found out that there were no connections to any terrorist, or looked like no connections to any terrorist or any cult or any kind of group of that sort, or conspiracy, or of influence groups of that nature. And so it looks like he just did this on his own, of his own intuition and free will because of his mental illness. And he took down not 159 people when we make a retraction, but 149 people lost their lives. And 2 people in Chesterfield, the mom and the girl that I know who works for the aviation intelligence for the government, had lost her life in that plane. She's going to be missed. And our prayers and thoughts go out, and condolences go out to all those families that were on that bus. And as far as the person, I don't know why he did this. If you look at it from the outside, it still looks like terrorism. But it's not being deemed that at this time because they know the guy had mental illness issues because they found papers in his apartment when it was ransacked the day, 3 days after the crash, that indicated that he had psychological, and he was on psychotropic drugs, and he hid that stuff from the airlines because if they knew he had that, they wouldn't have allowed him to fly on the airplane. So that cause could have been avoided. Secondly, also another observation we can conclude with these doors that have a code in them or have a lock, or where they have a lock button on there where they can cancel out the lock code if there's a hostile situation. Maybe we need to think about what kind of security that we use on the airplanes, what kind of doors or what kind of locks that we use. Maybe there should be another kind of thing there to bypass that button that cancels out the code in an emergency or hostile situation. Maybe there needs to be something there that only pilots would be knowledgeable about that could bypass that so this wouldn't happen, so there wouldn't be a crash like this that took place. Because the pilot would have still been able to regain access to that pit in plenty of time to correct the plane from crashing and to subdue him. So anyway, it's just something to think about. And that's what people in areas of psychology and areas of in law enforcement and in the airlines fields and aviation will have to think about around the world, not just here in the United States. Also, I think that if children that are victims of child trafficking, whether they're here in the United States or around the world, should go under an evaluation, I call it transitional therapy. I don't know if they all do, but if they get back with their parents, that's a miracle. But often, many of them, all they know is doing that work because that's what they've been brainwashed to believe. That's what they can do because they've been that's kind of reprogrammed, to do these horrible sexual things to make money. And it's like that's the only thing they know. And if they don't have no support group or some kind of system, they're going to revert back to that life. Even if they're not working under the control of a pimp anymore, they're still going to try to do it independently to make a living. And that's horrible, but that's what ends up with a lot of these kids, even when they do come back to their parents after they're older or after they become an adult, or if they somehow get away from their pimp's control and they can escape. They often go back to that line of work. So that's why we need to have support groups in place when people get united with their families, that they go to a support group and get into a support program as soon as possible. So anyway, lots of attacks on Alex Jones and on Drudge Report. I've seen lots of false information being put out about that. Also, we need to really look at the way the government keeps hiding stuff from us. They say they're going to be transparent, but they have been not transparent at all. Obama said that several times throughout his tendency of being in administration, but he's not been transparent to us at all. And so that's another thing we need to look into. And also we need to wonder, why people couldn't see the health care before it was voted into law. And the same thing is with this FCC regulations. Why couldn't Congress or even us see it till after it was put into law? See, that's the thing. These things are legal things, and I think it's going to be the theme, like I said before. We're going to see more of this going on, and that's what we did see. And then, we have, death panels in healthcare and the healthcare program that Obama opposed, even though they said that it wasn't in there, they lied to us. The same way, you can keep your doctor. Remember him saying that? Oh, your insurance won't go up. And then, a couple weeks later, oh, they won't be any more than just a telephone bill or a cable bill, which was a lie because it's 5 times in some cases more. So they lied about that. It's many lies that we've been told. I've not seen so many lies in my life. More lies. I mean, all politicians tell lies, but he's the king of liars. Obama and his administration, all we've heard is nothing but lies. Lies, get up. Lies, get up. Lies, get up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're getting, a bunch of that. So, pray for Israel, There's a lot of mixed views I have on Israel from a preacher. I think they were once God's chosen people, but I don't think they're God's chosen people anymore because they, in a lot of ways, have strayed from the real truth of God. And you see a lot of the worldliness in their country as you do anywhere in the world. I think at one time, God did choose them as their people at the beginning to form the nation, like was prophesied from Abraham, all the way through the line of David and Jesus. But after that, God's favor in Israel no longer is on those people anymore. And I think they're no different than we are. I think we should help them because they have played some significant role with the United States, and I think we should help them, if you feel that way, advocate to help them with support. I think you should. But I don't think they're still God's chosen people anymore. I think they were at one time, but now they're not. According to the Bible, they're no longer His chosen people. Because all people, as long as they give their life and their heart to Christ, according to the way Jesus teaches it in the New Testament, that we're all God's chosen people who believe in Jesus and who get baptized and follow under His teachings. So we all are the same as the Jews now. The Jews no different from the Gentile. The Muslims also have that same privilege too to convert over to Christianity too, and they are. A lot of them are, in scores, thousands of them are. And so I think it's wonderful. And, that goes to show that there's a mighty God and force that's of good, that's at work, that's higher than all these other things that are going on that you don't hear about. Oh, there has been announcements in Texas that they're going to roll out martial law in the area, and Texas is listed as a hostile state. They've been doing a lot of like the government says, they've been doing a lot of area-wide testing in a lot of areas. Even in Virginia is listed as a hostile state. So in these areas between the months of March and August, they want to actually take these scenario exercises and really try them on their citizens, like do real exercises involving real communities and real citizens. They don't want to just do scenarios. They want to actually bring it to where the citizens are. They're not going to be scenarios like they're saying. Some is for overseas, but a lot of it's for us. So don't let them tell you that they're just training for the overseas. No, it's for us to take the gun owners, to take the conservative people, the Tea Partiers, the veterans. Matter of fact, the bill says that. They brag about that and admit it openly on their website, the government website, that is, and the military and the Pentagon website. And, of course, you ought to go there and check this stuff out, because this stuff is an emergency. It's a red alert, and it needs to be talked about because they have exposed the plans in that bill and in that white paper that was sent out and leaked out by the Pentagon that they're going to start open attacks and open simulations on Americans. And they're not talking about foreigners. They're talking about people here in America. I mean, look at how the power grabbing's going on with the borders and how they're just wide open. And there's nobody there policing it or controlling who or whatever goes across there. And, with that going on, this is very believable that this could go on. Because if we got the borders wide open, nobody's taking no accountability to whoever comes in or across. And then we have this going on. It all makes sense, So they're gearing up for a natural disaster or some type of thing that happens so they can roll out martial law all throughout America. Because what they're going to do is do it in these high cities where it's high traffic. Texas, Utah, California, I think North Carolina, and I think Virginia is listed as one of the hostile states. There's about 10 or 12 of them that are on there. And some states in the United States, about over 10 states have military actually on the streets really right now in the United States right now. Not all states. I haven't seen them around here yet. But they do have real military people on the streets. They're there all the time working with the police. In some cases, it's just them doing the work and the police aren't nowhere to be found. So, you got to wonder. They're going to roll this out in high-profile areas first, and then the plan is to take it out to all the other states that are not as hostile or what they deem as not hostile. But I think they're going to be surprised that their analysis is wrong because there's going to be more hostile states than what they have listed. And, like I said, what they simulate is not like what reality dictates. A lot of times they can have all the best, the cream of the crop, and the best people that think they know what they're talking about, but they don't. Their notes may not be totally right or accurate. And I think once they roll this stuff out and they see a lot of their people getting shot up and a lot of people dying because they're trying to take somebody's gun away or something, they're going to think twice. And I think, it's like the Redcoats are here. They're not already coming. They're already here. They occupied our soil. They've taken over our police. They've taken over many parts of the government, and they are here. So we need to stand up to them by legal process, by due process, by peace protesting, by, sending your congressmen and government officials mail until you blow up the servers, blow up their phones, wear out their fax machines, whatever you got to do, blow up their email accounts with all these emails and tell them what you think about it. I mean, that's what you really can do. And that's how we get back with them. Don't vote for them when it comes time election. Don't do it. And that'll really hurt their plans too, because if the people can't get into office, then their plans will be. And that goes for you too, Mexicans that are in here that want to be Americans, you wannabes. If you're really true Americans, you don't want to vote for these people because they're lying to you. They're going to give you free stuff. They ain't going to give you nothing free. You're going to have going on a plantation just like us, in the end, because they're lying. They're going to tell you that so they'll get the votes from you. But they're really not looking out for you no more than they're looking out for their own citizens. So, the corrupt people in this government don't care about you no more than they care about us. So don't listen to their propaganda because that's all it really is when you break it down. That's a bunch of lies, lies, lies all the time. Lies, 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 get up, lies, 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 get up. No, 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 no. That's exactly what it is. So one lie after another, gaslighting it all like a brick of charquettes. And that's what we're getting, and that's what you're going to get. And anyone else, they're already starting to go after the pension funds in America. They're already starting to take the elderly's money, some people out of their accounts. And so this is like a big Ponzi scheme. The world banks are owned by Goldman Sachs and a few private, real rich families who pull off these criminal activity sort of Ponzi scheme organizations that are owned by not just here in the United States but around the world. These same people own all these banks all over the globe, and these people need to be punished. They're the ones that are causing the trouble, and we can always take our money out of their banks and put it into some small private bank or convert it to Bitcoin or some other kind of currency where they won't be able to touch it. So, there are a lot of options what you can do with your money, or roll it over to gold or silver, and they won't be able to touch it there either because it's privately owned. It's not owned by any of these bankers that we mentioned. So, these are things we can do. Get this stuff out on Facebook about their plans of rolling out martial law in this country, because that's some true stuff. Oh, did you hear they have adult clinics for adults to go to so they can be in child care like children go to, but they have it for adults? Yeah, they have these centers going up everywhere, folks. I thought this was crazy, but I looked into it, and it's really legit. They call them adult fun centers for adults. And these aren't people with handicaps or with retardation people. They're regular people that want to go in there and have somebody pamper them, and then they want to walk around with hot poop on their butt, crusted on their butt, and walk around even though they're capable of peeing and pooping on the toilet. It's really disorderly and really dysfunctional, and really laziness, and to do that is sick. But they have these places going up all over America, and they already have them in Europe and in the UK, which is part of Europe. In London, they have them there too. So it's really getting crazy, folks. This is just nuts. Adult care for regular adults. Come on now. That's because they think we're all children, so they think we need something like that. Oh, and the FEMA camps now have been called, code name, fun re-education centers. So you may be going to one of those soon if they get their way. So that's why we need to vote all the more and do what we can legally and possibly to stop this so this doesn't become our reality. Michael DeSilvis with InfoWars News. Please donate to us by sending us a donation. We really do need it. And subscribe down below for free. Watch for free. And remember, you can go to logos.com, call the 1-800 number that's located on the upper right-hand corner of the page, and get to the account department and give my email address, which is mikelbtmn71@gmail.com. And give my name, Michael, Mikel, DeSilvis. It's D-E-S like silver, I-L, V like victory, then I-S. And give them that, and then tell them you would like to make a donation to help pay down the books on that account. And so you want to do a monthly donation or a one-time donation, or maybe you want to give $1,000 towards it. But whatever you do, please help us out. We really do need it. And you can also send us a donation here, since we're listener supported and privately funded by you. You are the ones that make this possible. Please help continue to send us money, and thank you for those who do. And please help more of you do the same. I'll see you later. This is Michael DeSilvis from InfoWars. Peace out. Bye for now. Take care and God bless. And stay safe. And remember to prepare. Always be prepared.